Did you actually think that since the most awaited defamation trial between Johnny Depp and Amber Heard has ended, the feud and the case has indeed ended as well? If you're thinking that, then you're underestimating our star. Aquaman actress Amber Heard is not ready to give her fight up yet. No, she's far from giving up. In fact, for all we know, she might have just been starting her real quest. Just recently, after the jury delivered their unanimous decision, Amber's team insisted that she has been demonized in court and that the role of social media even added fuel to the fire. Amber Heard's verdict did not stop her from going into more interviews and spreading her word as the truth. Amber Heard's lawyer has spoken out about the defamation lawsuit between her client and Johnny Depp, claiming the actor publicly demonized Heard, successfully turning the courtroom into a zoo. Her camp also claims that some evidence was suppressed during the trial. But the question is this true? Or is this more falsified information that they are feeding the public to somehow gain its sympathy? That's what we're going to find out and more in today's video. But before any of that, make sure that you subscribe to our channel and you smash that notification bell for more updates on this. Now, let's dive in. Elaine Charlson Bredehoft stated in an exclusive interview with NBC's Today Show that Depp and his legal team were successful in suppressing an enormous amount of evidence that would have been advantageous to her during the trial. A jury in Fairfax, Virginia, found in favor of Depp, finding that he had been defamed by Heard on 3 counts and paying him $15 million in damages. The judge then decreased the award to $10.35 million. Heard was also partially successful in her claim that Depp's former lawyer and publicity agent defamed her when he branded her charges against the Pirates of the Caribbean actor a hoax intended to capitalize on the #MeToo movement. When the jury read the verdict, Depp was not present in court. Heard was present in court with her legal team. The first thing Heard said after getting the verdict, according to Bredehoft, was how sorry she was. One of the first things she said is, "I am so sorry to all those women out there. This is a setback for all women in and outside the courtroom. She feels the burden of that," Bredehoft said. Heard's counsel claimed that they were not permitted to advise the Virginia jury of the United Kingdom's decision in Depp's first case against The Sun in 2020. Because of the UK trial, Depp and his lawyers decided to demonize Amber and suppress the evidence in the United States. According to Bredehoft, medical records from Heard's therapist purportedly detailed a history of aggression dating back to 2012. As well as significant amount of texts from Depp and his employees admitting to harassing Heard, according to Bredehoft. She said that one of the texts from Depp's assistant that she was unable to submit in court stated that Depp cried and apologized after learning he had kicked Heard. A number of things were allowed in the court that should not have been allowed, and it caused the jury to be confused. Bredehoft added she confirmed that Heard would be appealing the verdict from this trial, adding that she has some excellent grounds for it. She said Heard is absolutely not able to pay the $10 million judgment. She also discussed the impact of social media on the trial, noting that the majority of online commentary was hostile to Heard. Bredehoft was certain that because the jury in this case was not sequestered, they must have seen discussions about the trial online and possibly had some real-life interactions. There's no way they couldn't have been influenced by it, and it was horrible. It really was lopsided. She said of the public's reaction. Bredehoft concluded by saying that this trial sends a horrible message to domestic maltreatment survivors in the US. Unless you pull out your phone and you record your spouse or your significant other hurting you, effectively, you won't be believed, she said. The Fairfax County Circuit Court jury found in favor of Depp, believing he did not harm Heard. Heard defamed Depp in the op-ed with malice or with the intent to make a false claim. According to the court, one of Depp's lawyers, Camille Vasquez, told the jury in closing arguments that Heard had falsely told the world she was a victim of domestic suffering at the hands of Mr. Depp. What is at stake in this trial is a man's good name, Vasquez said, adding Depp's life is also a stake in the trial. Meanwhile, after Heard claimed evidence was suppressed in the trial, Depp's representation and her spokesperson exchanged words. While the judgment in the defamation lawsuit was announced a few weeks ago, the debate around Johnny Depp and Amber Heard's case continues. This is due in part of Depp's lawyers and Heard's participation in television interviews regarding the court procedures. During this time, the Aquaman actress concentrated on material that couldn't be presented, such as her therapist's notes, which allegedly contain a thorough description of her maltreatment. In response, Depp's publicist released the following comment to Law and Crime. It's unfortunate that while Johnny is looking to move forward with his life, the defendant and her team are back to repeating, reimagining, and relitigating matters that have already been decided by the court, and a verdict that was unanimously and unequivocally decided by a jury in Johnny's favor. Well, that's all there is to it. It appears that Johnny Depp's staff isn't giving Amber Heard's assertions any credence. After all, the Pirates of the Caribbean actor won the case in court, which required the jury to reach a unanimous judgment. Heard, on the other hand, has the option of appealing the ruling. Amber Heard's team, for their part, responded to Johnny Depp and the company's statement. Furthermore, they recommended that Depp conduct his own television interview on the topic, maybe with the same journalist, as stated in the response. If Mr. Depp or his team have a problem with this, we recommend that Johnny himself sit down with Savannah Guthrie for an hour and answer all her questions. Despite the conclusion of the defamation trial, the animosity between Johnny Depp and Amber Heard's legal teams is clearly still high. The stakes are still quite high for the Aquaman actress, whose lawyer earlier admitted that she didn't have the financial means to pay the court-ordered $10 million, while Depp may decide not to seek this amount. I doubt their representation's discussions will improve their chances. Of course, Johnny Depp might be too preoccupied with gigs as a guitarist to do a TV interview with Savannah Guthrie. He wasn't even in court when the defamation verdict was handed down. Johnny Depp has lately resumed his film career, and Amber Heard will be seen in Aquaman 2 on March 17, 2023. However, even the last one is still uncertain, as there have been rumors going around that the actress' scenes might get deleted once the movie is released next year. There was proof circulating that Amber Heard only had 10 minutes of screen time in the recent screening that select members of the press witnessed. According to the first report from film reviewer Grace Randolph, this was strictly a technical decision, unrelated to the trial circumstances. However, as events progress, everything for the actress might change in the blink of an eye. She may easily lose her role and be removed from the final version of the film. After all, the movie wasn't released yet, right? More stories of the same issue began to emerge as nearly 3 million people signed a petition on change.org demanding Amber Heard's removal from the film. We know that petitions aren't often as effective as people think, but this could be a huge exception. Warner Bros.' primary goal is to bring in as many moviegoers as possible, and they will go to any length to achieve that goal. However, legal experts disagree about what Heard's team will or should do if the case is appealed. Depp's story appeared to be more credible to the jury than Heard's. Experts also agreed that appeal courts are hesitant to revisit jury credibility decisions, even if the jury's conclusion appeared to be contradictory. Most likely, according to the lawyers who spoke to Time, Heard's team will claim that a legal error was made during the trial and that the jury was swayed by what they saw and heard outside the courtroom, and that the decision will be overturned. That's all for today. We hope you enjoyed that video, and if you did, make sure to hit like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more videos like this.